Okay, I'm guilty.
They're guilty.
I love my mom. I get the sweet pang every time I come home to visit with her. I see girlish innocence in her eyes that remains despite all her hardships.
Two moms and press agents.
Absolutely.
My mother held my hand at a place called La Porte Saint-Jean in Quebec City.
Gina was about 3.5 years old, and Joe, I didn't have Ross yet. And his dad was singing, and he had a beautiful white suit on. And Gino walks in, he's 3.5 years old, and he says, "Mom, I'm gonna sing just like Dad, and I'm gonna wear the white suit."
And when he came out with the big band, it made some kind of impression on me. But I think that was my first memory of feeling the affinity or the magnetism, you know, of wanting to be on stage and doing something to please people. People always ask me, was I born in Italy? I suppose because of my name and all. But just for the record, my grandfather came from Campo, Italy. He was about 9 years old. I suppose it was the early part of the 20th century. By the time he was about 25, he bought this house here. And his 4 sons, one of which being my dad, lived here. And I, in fact, lived here for the first 5 years of my life.
There was a time I measured how far my dreams had taken me by the miles between me and family and friends.
Oh, you got taller than me.
It's quite the opposite now.
This is my Uncle Vic, and truly he's like my second dad.
Yes, yes.
And this is my shrine.
Some songs that Gino does there remind me so much of his father.
Gino's dad sang Sinatra, Como, and Italian. He sang everything. It was fantastic.
Here's my dad. I believe he's about 25 or 26 years old. And this is where it sort of began. This is my Uncle Mike. This is my grandfather, Uncle George, Uncle Vic, and my dad. Pity the man who walked into that barbershop.
Where you go when you're homeward bound, when the life you've planned and the walls that stand all come tumbling down, when the love of your life leaves you in the dark, when your sweetest dreams now it seems we're doomed from the start.
The Last Dance is a song about reconciliation, about people falling apart and trying to get back together again. And the man asking his wife or girlfriend to give him one more chance, to give him one more dance.
Grant me one more wish before you go. Can you give me one last dance? Once around the floor, search inside your heart of hearts. Is lonely there anymore? Can you give me one last chance? Let me whisper in your ear words of love and a light of hope that tomorrow.
You said you didn't know how to twirl.
You're inspiring me.
What breaks a heart and the ties that bind, lost romance or circumstance, or simply life that's been unkind. Take my hand and bring us back to the point of no return, and resurrect the fire that once burned. Can you give me one last dance? Once around the floor, search inside your heart of hearts. Is lonely there anymore? Can you give me one last chance? Let me whisper in your tomorrow you'll be here. Dance with me till the sun lights up the sky. Is there a chance on earth this man is worth one more try? Searching inside your heart of hearts, does love live there anymore? Will you give me one last dance? Take away my tears, as my breaking heart beats like a drum. I stand before you asking for just one last dance.
When you're together from the beginning, you can be totally honest with each other, you know? That's one thing that we have in the family, is the stardom thing and all that. That is like, you know, we're back to like being kids again in the house, discussing music,
Right.
and just being totally candid with each other.
At the end of the day, I think we get great stuff when we're all together. I really do. And I think The Last Dance turned out great. I mean, we're brothers first.
It's
It
like
was-
we'd never left.